What's up, guys? So today we are going to break down the 49ers schedule. This is going to be a lot of fun. We've got one of the first times we've got three people on the show instead of just two or just me. We're going to break down the schedule today game by game. We're going to have about a minute each to predict who's going to win, and then we're going to get into then we're just going to kind of explain who do we think is going to win this matchup. So we're going to get into it right away. We've got Amin, who is muted, and then we've got Not Your Average Sports Kid, and me, Benjamin Camperman, your host. So let's get to the first one. At Detroit Lions, 10 a.m., which all of these times are on West Pacific time. So it would be 1 o'clock Eastern, the first game versus at Detroit, 1 o'clock Eastern on Fox. I'm going to start with Not Your Average Sports Kid. You can make your prediction first, and let's get to it.
All right, so I just want to say something. Grant Cohn had a picture of a video where it said when the last two times we played the Detroit Lions at week 1, we won the Super Bowl and we won those games. So we're winning this week, week 1.
Yeah, how about you?
I got us beating the Lions. There's no question about it. Jared Goff has Penei Sewell, but when you have no weapons, you have no defense. And week 1, the Niners are gonna be back healthy. Hopefully, if they don't get injured in training camp, but hopefully they'll be back healthy. And we got a full roster without injuries, and we're gonna become ready to play week 1. So we got this in the bag, bro. Against the Lions, come on, man. No receivers, no defense. It's gonna be easy, bro. We should be 1-0.
Yeah, dude. I think Jared Goff kind of was hoping to get away from the NFC West, but he kind of ran smack dab into it. But this is an easy one. Just gonna quickly break it down real quick. You have Jared Goff. You have they got Penei Sewell, but really, who else did they have? Marvin Jones left. Kenny Golladay left. They didn't get a receiver to replace him. So this is really a no-brainer, like you guys said, because we have the defense and everything else to stop this team. And Trey Lance, if he's starting week 1, will give us a new dimension, like we said in our last show. So yeah, I mean, for sure we all pick Lions week 1, no doubt about it. But
the second start week 1 though. Does he start week 1?
I don't know. That's a show for another day, honestly. I don't know. It's hard to tell, dude. But the second one, I guess we can quickly get into the Trey Lance thing. I think he will start week 1. Jared,
in my opinion, I'm not gonna make a prediction right now if he's gonna start week 1, but he should start week 1, man. We have such a friendly schedule besides the division games and maybe the Colts and the Titans and the Packers. But besides that, we have a rookie schedule that a rookie can play and win games in that schedule. It's not a hard schedule, honestly. And if Jimmy Garoppolo can do it, so can Trey Lance, who's more athletic than Jimmy Garoppolo, who throws a better ball than Jimmy Garoppolo. He should be able to do it.
Yeah, I feel like Amin is the biggest. I hate Jimmy Garoppolo, but Amin is the biggest hater of Jimmy Garoppolo ever.
Okay, yeah, you know. Come on, man. I hate Jimmy Garoppolo.
I forgot to put my 49ers jersey on. Well, whatever. It's all good. So the second week at Philadelphia, 1 o'clock Eastern, Fox. So this is our second road game. The first two games are away. This is one of those games where I'm like, we could lose, but we also could win because it's our second road game. We're getting tired. We've just came through kind of in Detroit. We go back to Philadelphia. We're kind of getting used to the East Coast time. Honestly, for this one, I've got the 49ers winning, but it's not going to be easy because the Eagles really were not healthy last year. They have a decent O-line. They have Devontae Smith, who I believe is going to he's going to do pretty good in that week. He's starting off. I think he's going to do really well. So physically, they match up perfectly with us, the matchups and stuff like that. But the question is, can they really execute with Jalen Hurts? Both of us kind of have that quarterback, like Trey Lance, Jalen Hurts, both are, if Trey Lance is starting, they're both kind of the same type of quarterback. Maybe Trey Lance obviously a little bit better, but I like the 49ers in this one, so I'm having them going 2-0 to start it off. What about you guys?
I got the Niners winning this one, in my opinion. And it's the Niners are healthy. They start week 2, and like the other games that we played Philadelphia. The last time we played Philadelphia, our roster, we had Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't playing. We had Nick Mullins under center. So it's like we have we have a good roster. Where our team is way better than Philadelphia. Philadelphia has lots of injuries pretty much every season, and last season by week 4, pretty much all their team was kind of injured. So like we have a good roster, and I feel like we can go 2-0. I don't feel like Philadelphia is a tough team to beat. I feel like we could beat Philadelphia with ease if we're healthy, right? And week 2, I'm pretty sure most of our roster will be intact. So, in my opinion, we should be able to beat Philadelphia.
I think we beat Philadelphia. Philadelphia is just too young of a team. I mean, I love Jalen Hurts. I love Devontae Smith. But it's going to take time to getting used to. Yes, they were teammates at Alabama, but they were teammates for 1 year, and that was when Alabama's receiving corps is so good. I bet you Jalen Hurts like talked to Devontae Smith not too much.
And well, go ahead, keep going.
Cause like their receiving corps has always been so good. I mean, yeah, Devontae Smith caught the game-winning touchdown, but like their connection was never really that great. And I mean, they obviously went to Alabama together and stuff, but I mean, it was never that great. And their team is just, and this is just my opinion, they're just too young. They're too young of a
For
team.
real, yeah.
And I mean, I know we're young and old in places. I mean, you could say we got some places that were really young, and there's some places that were really old. But honestly, I think we're just the better team, and we match up better against them, and I think we come up with the W.
Yeah. I completely agree, dude. Like this is one of those things where um they they have a new coach, like I was gonna say just a second ago. They definitely are a lot less experienced. It's a lot. Oh, let's go. Grant Cohn, shout out Grant Cohn. But anyways, it's gonna be very hard for them to gel earlier on. With the third game, I had September, I think it's September 26th versus Green Bay. It's gonna be a primetime matchup, I think on Monday night or Sunday night, correct me if I'm wrong. And then Aaron Rodgers, we're expecting him to be there, so it's going to be like this is kind of, I went back and forth on this matchup, but I guess not your average sports kid, you can start first on the matchup.
Honestly, it depends on who's there because even Devontae Smith, Devontae Adams came out the other day saying that if Aaron's not there, I'm not there. So it really relies on that. But I think if Aaron Rodgers is there, and which I think he will be, I think the Packers win that game. The Packers, they had such a good team last year. They won the NFC Championship 2 games in a row. Last year, they played so good in the defensive championship game. If you think they didn't give up that touchdown at the end of that first half, they probably either come out with a win that game, or they come really close behind to the Super Bowl team. So they're just a really good team. They have more vets than us, so they're built to win right now. We are I wouldn't say a rebuilding team, but we're still trying to grow. So I think they just win that matchup.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I don't know. I find it hard for us to beat the Packers. I think, I don't know. They've improved in corner. We don't have depth at receiver. So let's go with Amin.
I have the Packers, in my opinion. I'm basing this before I'm just telling my prediction for this game. I'm basing this off 2 things: Aaron Rodgers being there, and how healthy our team is. How healthy our team is week 3, and Aaron Rodgers being there. Mainly Aaron Rodgers being there, because if Aaron Rodgers is still in Green Bay, like last year, Nick Bosa killed not last year, but 2019, Nick Bosa killed Aaron Rodgers when we played against the Packers. But Nick Bosa came off another ACL injury. So, like, I don't understand. I don't know if he's going to be as good as he was in 2019. So, like, Nick Bosa is basically like that main guy that D-line is. It showed last season where like we couldn't get pressure on the quarterback besides Kerry Hyder Jr. Eric Armstead sucked. No, D Ford was injured. Nick Bosa, if Nick Bosa creates pressure on that D-line, then we can rush the quarterbacks. So without Nick Bosa, our D-line is not that good. So in my opinion, Nick Bosa came off an ACL injury. So in my opinion, I got the Packers winning this. If Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback, then the Packers are going to beat the Niners, and it might be a close game, but I should have the Packers pulling it out in the end.
Also, are we even going to be able to run the ball as many times? What did Jimmy throw? Like the ball 8, 10 times, somewhere around there that game? Are we even going to be able to run the ball that much like that game? Like, I don't know.
I have the 49ers losing this game. Starting off, it might be week 3. We might have injuries. Nick Bosa, obviously, our D line's not as good. Our defense, just in general, isn't as good as that first year. We weren't. I like this matchup a lot, but I find it very hard to pick against them for them. And in my opinion, like you guys said, it's one of those, it could go either way, but it's one of those games where the Packers, it could be, yeah, I don't know. I think the Packers definitely, Aaron Rodgers, the one thing going against Aaron Rodgers is, or against the Packers, is that he doesn't want to play there. So he might be trying to get out of there, and therefore maybe not playing as well, maybe demanding more stuff. It might be a little like that situation. So Amin, you have them going 2-1. You have them going 3-0, right?
No, I got him.
I have
I had the
1.
2-1. So both guys 2, and then I have them going 2-1. So we're right now both the same. The next pick versus Seattle. This one's going to be the most hyped game of the year, week 4. Hopefully we won't have injuries by this time, but week 4 versus the Seattle, it'll be a regular 4:00 game Eastern, Fox versus Seattle. It's at 49ers Stadium. So yeah. So you guys, I guess I'll start first since he started last time. Real quick, we'll read this question. The 49ers have always played good against the Packers. We almost beat them with CJ at QB, and we demolished them 2 times in 2019. Yeah, but the 2019 was a lot different than this last time. Than this year. I mean, I completely agree with you. I just have a hard time seeing it. But I hope they prove me wrong. Again, if Trey Lance is playing, I think we should beat them, but I don't know by that time if he will be. So.
Like that comment, right? The comment, right? 2019, we beat them twice, right? But there's also because Nick Bosa applied pressure to our defense, and our defense had Richard Sherman still there, and our defense was healthy. So that also implies that I'm not saying that week 3 we're gonna have like a bunch of injuries, but Nick Bosa came off another ACL injury. He applies that pressure to sack Aaron Rodgers. He's that main guy, the D line. He's the heart of that D line. Where without Nick Bosa, we do not apply pressure to Aaron Rodgers. And without adding pressure to Aaron Rodgers and rushing Aaron Rodgers, look at what Aaron Rodgers does. He stands in the pockets and he lets it rip. That's what Aaron Rodgers does. If you rush him, then he can't do that. So that's my only issue. Is that even Raheem Mostert, I understand that Raheem Mostert killed the Packers defense, but if you can't stop Aaron Rodgers will kill you. Aaron Rodgers will easily like stand in the pocket and just lob it up, and you guys can't do nothing. So it's like if Nick Bosa comes and kills it this year, and he does really good at coming off an ACL injury, which I'm not saying that he couldn't or could, but if he does, then yes, we might have a better chance of beating the Packers. But right now, I'm not saying that we're gonna beat the Packers because Nick Bosa is not healthy. Nick Bosa came off an ACL injury, so you can't really say that. Oh, and we beat them twice. Yeah, because Nick Bosa was healthy. D Ford still played a couple of games. D Ford still contributed. Eric Armstead had 10 sacks in 2019, and our run game was good with Mostert. But if you can't stop Aaron Rodgers, then how you could score as many points as you want, but the run game is not gonna score you 50, 60 points. No.
Yeah, that's a good point you make there. Wouldn't you say this secondary is way better than the 2019 one? The 2019 one was overrated due to the stud pass rush we had. I'll start first, actually, real quick with this question. It is, but I feel like D'Amico Ryan's new head coach, it's gonna be like I said in our last show that I did with Amin. It's gonna be a step down. So yes we dethroned all these great teams and everything else, but it's always going to be a step down when you have a year one defensive head coach. It's always going to be like that. So no matter what, you're not I just everything in this defense is going to have to be better than the 29 well like is going to have to be slightly better than it has been in the years previous when Robert Saleh was the coach, because Robert Saleh, this is going to be a step down, especially in year one for D'Amico Ryan. So everything is going to have to be slightly better if we want to be at the same level. So,
Can I say something?
I expect this game to be a very high scoring game. Yeah, we'll see. So, back to the week 4 versus Seattle. Man, this game, everyone's going to be watching. I personally predict that the 49ers will win this game. If they can, the only thing that is holding the 49ers back from winning this game is the I feel like the receivers. That's the only thing. The Seahawks receivers are studs. But if we can somehow get on top of this could be another one of those games where D'Amico Ryans gets outschooled. Now, I don't know. Like, we'll see week 1, week 2, how he does. I expect Trey Lance to be starting by this game. But if not, if we're healthy, hopefully we are. I really, really, really want to see. I would really think we will win this game. I don't know. It could be like one of those games last year in Seattle. I think it was week 8 where like people were like, "Oh yeah, this will be a close game," and then we get smoked. Like could be like that game. I don't know. Like what are your guys' thoughts? So I'm going 3-1 the first 4 games.
I got a sticking an L. Now, if you watch the Niners versus Seahawks game, and like I love watching Niners games. I watch all Niners games. And if you watch Niners versus Seahawks games, you know that Niners versus Seahawks games most of the time come down to the end. It's like always last drive or last possession, or it's always fourth quarter where it's like tied and see who wins by a field goal or a touchdown. It's really close. If you watch Niners game, you know that. It happened last year, it was 23-26. It happened in 2019 where both of the games came down to fourth quarter and overtime one game and last possession 1 yard line. So it's always a really competitive game against the Seahawks. But like I said, Nick Bosa came off another ACL injury, and we can't stop Russell Wilson. Like if you watch Niners games, you can't. We see like on a 4th and 10, if we had like if Matthew Stafford's if the quarterback for the Seahawks, for example, right, and he's standing in the pocket, yes, we could sack him. But like a guy like Russell Wilson, if you block DK and you block Tyler Lockett, and they had another huge receiver in the draft, big receiver in the draft, I don't remember what's his name, but they added another big receiver. Russell Wilson, if you block all his receivers, all he's gonna do is run out of the pocket, and our defensive linemen are too slow to catch Russell Wilson. So Russell Wilson is gonna run up the middle and get like 10 yards. So Russell Wilson is a really hard quarterback to contain. All mobile quarterbacks are. When we play Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson, we always struggle. So like, in my opinion, also our cornerbacks, right? We lost unless we re-sign Richard Sherman. Our cornerback group consists of Ambry Thomas, Jason Verrett, who can get injured right away and not play. He get injured in training camp and not play. And then we have a guy that we drafted from Oregon. We have Emmanuel Mosley. So Emmanuel Mosley and Ambry Thomas are gonna guard DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett and lock them down. No, that's not happening. That's not happening at all. So like our quarterbacks, Jason Verrett's one cornerback, like Grant Cohn always says. Jason Verrett's our only good quarterback, and if he gets injured, our cornerbacks suck. So it's like we can't guard DK and Tyler Lockett without corners. With Ambry Thomas and Emmanuel Mosley, they're not going to be able to guard Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf the entire game without Jason Verrett. And even then, Jason Verrett's not going to be able to do anything against DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. And then Russell Wilson, a dual threat quarterback. We struggle when we face dual threat quarterbacks like Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson. We're not going to win this game. I'm going to go 2-2.
Yeah, Dwayne Eskridge was the receiver you were looking for. I think we take an L. I hate to say it, but I think we take an L, dude. Just Russell Wilson, like he plays like a beast in the beginning of the season, dude. I don't know if you saw this last year or you even thought about this last year. First 10, 8 games, somewhere in that range, MVP, MVP, MVP. Now, the back part of the season, he did not do the greatest, but the beginning part of the season, MVP caliber season. DK Metcalf was balling out. He had that insane thing where you'd come all the way where you got the pick six stop. Tyler Lockett balling out. And now you have to deal with Dwayne Eskridge. I don't know. Our corners cannot deal with that, dude. They cannot deal with that. And then you got to talk about a good running back in Chris Carson to just pound up their gut the whole time. Dude, I don't think we can do this. Our defense cannot contain this team. They're known to have a good defensive team. So I think we take the L here.
I mean, I agree with the corners, like you were saying, but I really do think Amory Thomas is better than we all expect him to be. I also think that you rely on the running game. Now, obviously, they can load the box, but if Trey Lance is the guy, and he really is what we're thinking he's to be, mobile, running, big arm, everything else, I expect him to really, really, really do very good in his debut. Or in the first few games. I expect him to add another dimension. It's going to be nothing compared to what Jimmy Garoppolo is. I don't know. I think this is in San Francisco. This is a good chance to kind of get a win. Now, again, that doesn't really make any difference because the Seahawks beat us a few years ago in San Francisco. But I don't know. This could be one of those games where we kind of have to win this game if we want to be supreme over the NFC West. So, at Arizona, week 5, 1:25 p.m. Pacific, 4:25 Eastern, and then we have it's a Fox game on Fox. Man, this is one of those games where I am excited. Like Kyler Murray, I mean, this is at Arizona, but I want Kyler Murray. Like Kyler Murray, this is going to be fun playing him. It's going to be interesting just seeing how we prepare for this guy, how D'Amico Ryans prepares for a mobile quarterback. How this game, I feel like, and last game too, is really going to show how much we've stepped down from Robert Saleh. Like how much D'Amico Ryans has, how much the drop off has been since Robert Saleh has left. These two games are going to be showing how we prepare and how we prepare for this. So I absolutely believe that, I don't know, this game I think is a win. I like Arizona a lot, but
look at the chat.
I saw that. I swear, there's no way that's real.
That's not Shanahan, bro.
Wait, what?
Shanahan doesn't do that.
What the?
That's not true. Okay.
That's no. There's wrong. There's not good accounts. Honestly, okay. I need to do. Hold on. Okay, hold on.
There's no possible.
Hold on. Hold on. Control C. Okay.
I'm alright.
Okay, guys.
I'll talk about the Arizona game while you go.
Hey, guys. Hey, yeah, keep talking. If you're real, then call into the show, okay? Hold on.
There ain't no
Okay, keep talking.
Cow.
Wait. What the heck? Why isn't it doing anything?
All right, so for the Arizona Cardinals game, dude, they're a really good team. I think this will be a really good matchup. I think our defense has been tested. They're gonna have to be tested 3 straight weeks in a row. Eagles, Seahawks, where you got Devontae Smith, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, Dwayne Eskridge, and now you got DeAndre Hopkins. This is going to be another tough thing for our corners, but I do think we come out with a win. We're not losing 2 straight. I'll keep it at that. We ain't losing 2 straight. We're not going to lose 2 straight, especially when it comes to the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals, they got a good team, but something about them, man, to me, like, they got such a good team, but they just can't pull together wins. Like, last year, they easily could have had a playoff team, but there's just situations they get put in that does not set them up for success. and like
Yeah.
the injuries they have, I just do not like. And it's just like I don't know. I just don't think we can lose this game.
I don't know.
Nah.
I cannot find a way to post this. I thought like I'm doing it right, but I do not know. Maybe this is a sign that I shouldn't post it in the chat bar. Um, yeah, I don't think I don't think Kyle Shanahan watches. Anyways, I mean, it's your turn now. So,
In my opinion, it's honestly based on if Jimmy Garoppolo's playing. In my opinion, because like they added J.J. Watt, Chandler Jones is coming back, Mike Williams is gonna get thrown on his butt, and Jimmy Garoppolo's a non-mobile quarterback who's so slow with his read. He's gonna get like thrown. He's gonna get injured, and then Mike Williams is gonna get thrown on his butt. He's gonna be like, what? So it's like I still think we're gonna come out with the dub because Jimmy Garoppolo has beaten the Cardinals before with a healthy defense, with a healthy team. But I think it's gonna be tight. I think it's gonna be a very tight game. I think it's gonna be a very fourth quarter, last possession game. But I still think we're gonna come out with the dub.
yeah. I think this game, like, it's at Arizona, but we beat them last year. It's like, it's good. Both games are going to be super, super, super. I think we have the Cardinals recipe. I think both games are going to be super close. I think it's going to be a big duel. But again, if Trey Lance is playing this game, I expect us to win this game. So, the next game is a bye. So the next week 6 is a bye. The next game versus Indiana at home. We get them at home. October 24th, 8:20 8:20 Eastern, and it's a primetime game. NBC, I think wouldn't that be Sunday night?
NBC usually is Sunday Night Football. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we'll start with I guess I'll go first. I really would honestly this is this is a hard game because you have Carson Wentz who burnt us last year. You have a great coach in what's his name? Dang it. Used to be for the Eagles. You
Frank
have a
Reich.
great
Frank
coach,
Reich.
Frank Reich. You have a great coach in him. You're just all around great. DeForest Buckner revenge game. I don't think that I see like I think this is gonna go down to the wire, but if we win this game, then we are like I mean, the thing that was separating last year. Now, yes, Philip Rivers is good, but the thing that was separating them last year was the mobility. He was not always healthy. It was hard to kind of.
Should we answer this question?
Stop.
Should we answer Kyle's
You
question?
should, Trey Lance.
Yes, yes,
But here's the thing, dude.
yes,
Okay. Anyways, dude.
yes. Start 'em.
So, anyways, Trey Lance is well. Okay, let's get back to that later. Indiana, honestly, I don't know. They have a really good team this year. I really like how they're doing things. So I am going to say a loss. I'm going to have them going 4-2 to start it off. Indiana's defense is insane. They've really built some great team around them. They have great general manager, great coaching staff. So I really like this team.
I have them taking an L, and like the only reason I have them taking an L is because the Niners defense is in 2019 when they were healthy, they are dominant. But you have to understand that the Colts O line is actually one of the best O lines in the league, a top 5 O line in the league in my opinion. Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly, like those guys are really good O linemen, and like I understand Carson Wentz. The thing they got Carson Wentz, but Carson Wentz doesn't do well under pressure. But when you have such a good old line, I don't think Carson Wentz could like fail in that offense with Frank Reich, who made him an MVP, who gave him MVP season when he was the offensive coordinator for the Eagles. But they have a really good offensive line, so I was taking an L because our thing is Nick Bosa and defense is really good, but when you have such a good old line, and Carson Wentz screws up when he's under pressure, but I don't think we're gonna get that many opportunities to get him under pressure. So in my opinion, I think we're gonna take the L in this game.
There ain't no way.
So,
All right, it's my turn, but you can go. You can say what you wanted to, Benjamin.
okay. Wait, so do you have the 49ers now at 3-3?
So I had them
Yeah.
winning the first one. I had them winning the second one. I had them losing the third one. I had them winning the. I think 3-3 or 4-3. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. The reason why I cut out there is because I had to charge the plug in the computer, so I might have changed the background a little bit. It's a little far the plug cords from my computer, so it's a little hard. But you can go. It's not your average sports kid. Who do you think will win this game?
There ain't no way we lose this team, dude. Freaking Carson Wentz.
I can see that.
He's so overrated. He's so overrated, dude. I just want to yell to the top of my lungs, dude. He's so bad. He's so bad. And I mean, he's not going to be able to do anything, dude. Yes, they got a good O line, but who the heck are you going to throw to? Did they sign back?
They have T.Y.
Michael
Hilton. They have
Pittman.
Michael Pittman. They
They
have
T.Y. Hilton, bro. Like
they.
I
I
didn't know
don't
they signed
like.
T.Y. Hilton. So you gotta. I didn't know if
I think they did.
They did. They signed him for 1 year again. But the only thing I don't agree with you, not your average sports kid, this is gonna turn into a debate show soon. But the thing is, I hate.
Keep it. Try to keep it short.
Favorite.
I don't like Carson Wentz either. I also think Carson Wentz is bad. But you gotta understand, in Philly, he had no receivers. He had no offensive line. But in Indianapolis, he has this coach who made him an MVP caliber player in 2017. He has a really good offensive line. He has Michael Pittman, who's a young receiver, and he has T.Y. Hilton. He has weapons. If he doesn't succeed, then that's sad for him. But I understand that he's bad, but this year might be a redemption year for him because he has all the pieces that he needs to succeed. A good coach, a good offensive line, good weapons. He has everything he needs to succeed.
And wait, real quick thing, if you look back at the history of the Eagles, when Carson Wentz had this good year, I don't take it for what it is, but when he had this good year, who was the offensive coordinator? Frank Reich. And Doug Peterson, man, ruined that guy. That was part of the injuries, and Doug Peterson were really the two things that made him not succeed. And Frank Reich knows what to do with him. Frank Reich is going to be able to execute Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz loves this destination. I guarantee you. So when Carson Wentz has had his success, it's been with Frank Reich. I think Carson Wentz, we're going to see him not MVP level like that 1 year when he got injured, but we're going to see him close to that. I think we're going to see him get back into the top 10 as a quarterback.
Dude, I just want to say this, dude. They won the Super Bowl with the team, and he wasn't there. Nick Foles, who has not.
Yes, but he was an MVP. He was an MVP this year.
Bro, he wasn't MVP. He should have been MVP if he played. But you have to understand,
if he would have played,
right? If he would have been MVP. But if you
would have,
I
think he would have led him to the Super Bowl too.
If you take Carson Wentz out of that season, you think Nick Foles could have make them the number who would have taken him all the way to the Super Bowl? When he ask
real quick before we get on to ask any Eagles fan. It was Frank Reich. So yeah. I don't know. Let's get to the next one. Week 8 versus Chicago. This one's a 1:00 Eastern game at Chicago. So it's a road game. This is going to be October 31st. So at least it's not going to, I guess this is going to be a cold game, but at least it's not in the middle of January, December. So that's the good news about it. But I would definitely have, I think the 49ers will win this game. I hope so. Again, there's a few factors like going against them. Mike McGlinchey, like they're going to send Khalil Mack at him every single time. But here's the bright side of it. If I expect Trey Lance to be starting at that time, I don't see why not. I think he's going to be mobile. It's going to be really one of those games where it's like, our receivers, I think, will dominate if they can stay healthy. Like by this time, we really don't know who's healthy and who's not. But if they can stay healthy, our receivers, I predict, dominate. The defense, it's going to be hard. This is going to be a low-scoring game. Right now, I predict it. Their offense isn't very good, but their defense is very good. And they do have Ryan Fitzpatrick. If by then he's doing good, playing well, then I think I going into Chicago. Like, what do you guys think? Because I'm not. This is a hard one.
I have them winning. It's like one match that I would love to see is Lance versus Fields. Okay, that would be fun. That would be an amazing match to see, right? I would love to see that. But the thing is, overall, if I had to put this overall game, it's like defense is tight. Both the defenses are good. But the one thing that Chicago doesn't have that the Niners have is Kyle Shanahan. Matt Nagy can't game plan nothing. Matt Nagy's garbage at game planning. Matt Nagy's garbage in general. I would fire Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy cannot game plan better than Kyle Shanahan. And Kyle Shanahan can make a game plan to beat Chicago. Kyle Shanahan make a game plan to beat Green Bay with just a run game. So Kyle Shanahan can make a game plan to beat Chicago. Even though they might have Khalil Mack and a pretty good defense, I still think if Trey Lance plays or even Jimmy Garoppolo plays, I still think we could beat the Bears.
Yeah.
The Bears, the Bears can't score points if Andy Dalton's playing. We're gonna kill Andy Dalton if we have a healthy team. And even Justin Fields, if he plays, I don't know if he's gonna start week 1 or he might even debut on the week against the Niners. So, and honestly, all depends. But I still have us taking a win against Chicago.
All I gotta say is Matt Nagy's the QB destroyer. I think he destroys QBs. I feel so bad for Justin Fields. His career could be over because of this dude. I just feel so bad for him. I don't think there's any way we lose. I mean, if we lose, it's because
the only thing going against us injuries and it's away. Okay, have you ever thought about the cold in Chicago? Woo!
We're used to heat. We're used to eat, and we're going cold.
So, yeah, and I mean, I guess okay, so we had 2 weeks because we had Indiana, we were at home, we had the bye, so we had like 3 weeks of just like home. I don't know, I still think we win this game, so that would I would put them 5-2 after this game, 4-3, and
so
who do you have
them? Sports because have them 4-3.
5-2.
You got them 4-3 because they lost to the Seahawks, and you said they lost to the Seahawks.
Yeah, they lost to Seahawks, but they lost to Seahawks and Green Bay. I didn't have them losing to anybody else.
Okay, so I think this game there's a few elements going against them, but we're gonna take advantage if I mean every quarterback on that roster has its weakness. Ryan Fitzpatrick has a weakness. You have Justin Fields, he has a weakness also. I think we're gonna try to. By then, I think D'Amico Ryan should be kind of like into his role.
They have Dalton.
Oh, dang, that is a stacked QB room. But whatever guy it is, they all have their weaknesses. I think we're gonna attack any one of those guys' weaknesses. We're going to try to. I would expect Justin Fields to be the starter, maybe by then. But if not, I would say they have good players. But we're gonna try to pass rush. We're going to try to bring a lot of blitzes. They don't have the greatest offense, and I think we can beat that defense with our run game. I do think we get away with this one in the end, but let's move on to week 9. This is another Arizona game. This time it's at home. Man, this is 4:25 Eastern Fox time, November 7th. Man, this is one of those games where you're like, we were going, like, last time I had them beating the Cardinals, and I just realized, like, it was away. So, like, I'm really mixed about this one, but I'm gonna have a split with the Cardinals. I'm gonna have a classical divisional game. I'm gonna have them. It's gonna duel out. It's gonna be like kind of like that game in 2019 when we won that game, but I think it's kind of gonna go the other way. I think this is one of those games where they learn from their mistakes, and I think Trey Lance maybe has a mistake game and learns from it. But I think it's gonna be one of those games where we lose, we take the L 5-3. I don't know. I think they're going to get us at least once this year. I think it might be like in 2019, us with the Seahawks. It might be like Seahawks win in San Francisco, and then we win Seattle.
I have a taking a dub against the Cardinals when we have a full healthy team against Arizona. Even with Jimmy Garoppolo, most of the time we go 2-0 against them. We never split against Arizona. So in my opinion, we could beat Arizona. But the only issue is that like Kyler Murray's a really big problem. Like he's really hard to tackle. All our defensive linemen can't do nothing against Kyler Murray, and so they can't do anything against Russell Wilson. But in my opinion, I still think that with the healthy roster, like I'm gonna make this prediction now. I'm gonna make this prediction with the healthy roster. So I don't want to go hypotheticals or going injuries if Trey Lance starts, if May
Yeah.
that. I'm just gonna go healthy roster and our current roster, right? With Jimmy Garoppolo as starting quarterback right now. Because I don't know if Trey Lance is gonna start. I'm not gonna go hypotheticals anymore. So I think we could still beat the Cardinals with Jimmy Garoppolo under helm. Because the Cardinals, with the healthy team, we beat the Cardinals most of the time 2-0 with the healthy team. So I still think we could do this again this year. CJ Beathard beat the Cardinals last year.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I
But
still think
that was kind of like one of those games where it's like we had nothing to play for. Like we did that a few years ago where we won the last 5 games, but we didn't have anything to play for.
We so I'm gonna make my pick now. Uh, I don't think we beat them twice. We can't beat. We don't beat Arizona twice. Here's why. They got such a good team, dude. Look at that defense now.
Yeah. Ooh,
Buda Baker, Chandler Jones, and now you got
that's a
the
good
addition of
defense.
J.J. Watt. We're not going to be able to run all over that team. That is impossible to run over that team. Can't go to the edge and you can't go in front because you got Chandler Jones as a linebacker and you got J.J. Watt as an edge rusher. So that is not going to work at all. So you're going to have to throw the ball. And honestly, I don't like throwing the ball, especially with Debo's probably going to be injured by now. I hate to say it. Debo's probably going to be injured by now. And we don't have a number 3 receiver. That's what we needed in this draft, and we didn't get one. All the other receivers could be Ayuk, who could be injured. Kittle's probably going to be injured. I hate to say it, but I think we're going to lose this one.
the only counter argument to what Yonter Average Sports Kid said is that like you remember last year when Jimmy Garoppolo came off that ankle injury and he played Miami and he sucked, like he got benched. And then we played the Rams next week,
Yeah.
which are really good defense without all the players the left in free agency, like some of their corners. And we had to play the Aaron Donald, which is a really good passer, probably like defense player of the year, probably one of the best. Who's in my opinion is already going to be in the Hall of Fame soon once he retires. So when that game, Kyle Shanahan made a game plan where Jimmy Garoppolo either ran a toss to Debo, or he would make Jimmy Garoppolo throw the ball in under 2 seconds. Where like
Who's
Debo
that?
or Ayuk could run a quick slant and he would just throw it to them right away, under 2 seconds. So you can make a game plan to do that against Arizona, in my opinion. So I still think we have us beating Arizona.
And I mean, here's the thing with it is I don't see us. I just don't. I think the Cardinals by this time, you gotta admit. I mean, Travis Benjamin. By this time, people are figuring out our run. Debo saying we have to like those guys miss some games each year. Like by this time, it's like maybe some of our players are injured. We're kind of starting to feel the wear and tear of the season. We drop one because we're like, hey, we're 5-3. But right now, okay, so as far as like now, we would have we would be 1, 2, 3. We would be two in my book, we're 2-1 in your guys' book, well, yours, not your average sports kid, 1-2, yours 2-1. So by this time, we're like, we kind of like you can't ever drop a divisional game, but it's like, man, the wear and tear of the season is starting to catch up with you. You maybe make a few mistakes. The Cardinals kind of get used to it a little bit. I don't know. This could be one of those games. So November 15th versus the Rams. We have 2 back-to-back brutal games. I mean, this is where the schedule gets brutal. You get Indiana, Chicago, you go cold Chicago, you go Arizona, you go Rams. This is the brutal schedule. I mean, this is the part where you're like, Trey Lance better be in by now because otherwise he's going to be thrown into the thick of it. Like, this is one of the, like, Wait, so let me see. It's on ESPN. It's actually a primetime game, Monday Night Football. It's at at 49ers it's at the 49ers stadium. So it's one of those games where you have got a few really brutal games. And I think with Matthew Stafford, they're gonna have an advantage. Like it's gonna be he's overrated, but he's a lot better than Jared Goff. So what do? Well, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. It could be one of those games where again, I completely agree with what everyone's been saying. It could be one of those games where Sean McVay. I mean, I feel like Robert Saleh was always the key piece in this matchup between the 49ers and the Rams. So it could be one of those games where we're missing him a lot and the defense kind of struggles. And I think the Rams get a dub here. I think it's going to be close.
I have a speed to the Rams in my opinion. Like I said earlier, Kyle Shanahan knows how to game plan against the Rams. Number one, he knows how to game plan against any team. But when against Aaron Donald, especially, he game plan where he would either run a toss or he would make Jimmy Garoppolo throw under 2 seconds. And then also, we beat the Rams twice last year. One with an injured Jimmy Garoppolo, who threw 2 interceptions a week before against the Miami Dolphins team, which many people would say that it's not better than the Rams team. So we beat the Rams. And then also we beat them with Nick Mullins. We beat them with Nick Mullins and a backup defense. Everybody was injured. We beat them with that.
But Robert Saleh.
Right? But if we can score enough points, I still think, even if Jimmy Garoppolo's gone, we still have Trey Lance. And in my opinion, Trey Lance we could, what we could do with Trey Lance in the Niners system? We could run up like a Lamar Jackson. Like, you know how Ingram, and then we had Trey Lance who kind of like a Lamar, right? So if you either could hand off the ball to Mostert or you could hand off the ball to Trey Lance, and Trey Lance could just take it. So you don't know which one you could do with Trey Lance. You could run those type of options you could run an option with Trey Lance.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta say one thing.
Debo and make your prediction.
Debo don't lose to the Rams. Debo doesn't lose.
South Carolina guy.
No, I'm not even saying this as a South Carolina fan. I know I'm a South Carolina fan. Dude doesn't lose to the Rams. 4-0. He's 4-0 against the Rams. His best games of his career have been against them. Last year, what was it? He had 11 catches for 140-something yards. And then the other game, he had 6 catches for 60-something yards and a touchdown. After Aaron Donald disrespected him, he doesn't want anything to do with them. He wants to absolutely kill them. He is out for blood.
Yeah, like, so who do you think will win this game? Like, obviously 49ers.
Niners, they won't lose.
I have now 5-4. I have them going upon a tough stretch.
6-3.
Two straight losses. It's the grind. With the next game, I have them picking up a win against Jacksonville at Jacksonville, but it's like, it's Florida. You have a new team. I don't know if you guys saw our last show, Mean and me. We said, Urban Meyer could be like the John Beeline situation where, I don't know if you guys know that. It could be where the season is extended. There's all these, it's hard. It's a lot different than the NFL. The Ohio State scheme might not translate to the NFL. So it could be one of those games where it's like we take advantage of Trevor Lawrence. We take advantage of the new team kind of still gelling together. I just don't see us losing this game. This is a must win. We're 5-4. We just dropped another divisional game. We're now 2-2 on the division. We need to pick up a win here. We do pick up a win. I think this is a blowout win. I think we're going to take advantage. Trey Lance, if he's starting, will absolutely. I see no way of us losing this game.
Too young of a team, in my opinion. Just too young of a team. Trevor Lawrence.
New coach.
Travis, exactly. Too young.
Health issues. He actually has health issues. That's why it links very much to John Beeline on Michigan.
Yeah, there's too young of a team. I mean, I loved it. I think the Jaguars could do really good this year. I mean, not really good. All right, let me rephrase that. They're not going to do like playoff bound, but I mean, I think they're going to definitely have a better record than how many wins do they have? One. I mean, I think they're going to play good.
Yeah.
They had a pretty good draft. So I think we're going to win. I don't think we can lose. This team's just in my opinion, the team's just too young.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think, Amin? Did you
Yeah.
already make your prediction?
There's nothing much to say, bro. We're gonna kill Trevor. Like Trevor, you better watch out, bro. Like you better watch out, Trevor. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say to you, Trevor. You better watch out, because when we're coming, the Niners are gonna come for you. You're gonna be screwed. I swear you're gonna get killed out there. So like, you're not gonna win. We're gonna easily beat you. We're gonna beat you like we beat the Bengals in 2019. So like, you're not gonna have any shot at beating us. This is an easy win. We're gonna go 7-3 in my opinion.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna try to go. So let's go a little bit. So Vikings, November 28th, at home against the Vikings, 4:25 Eastern time. This is one of those, like, they have a good team, but Kyle Shanahan knows Kirk Cousins too well, and I think we pick up another dub here. Just our defense, I think our offense can school the Vikings. I think our defense can definitely hold its own. It's gonna be a close game, but in a way, I think this is one of those games where Brandon Ayuk has a great game, like kills him. I think Brandon Ayuk this year is a Pro Bowler. I think this is one of those games where our running core carries us, our run game just kind of really gets going, and I believe we're gonna win this game. I think so. After that, we would go 7-4. We still need to pick up another divisional win, but this is a good win. Kind of keeps the train moving.
I have us winning this game, in my opinion, because like Benjamin said, that Kyle Shanahan knows Kirk Cousins, but also that defense lost Everson Griffin. Danielle Hunter's back maybe this season, but they lost Everson Griffin. I don't know who their corners are. They got Patrick Peterson, but that's pretty much it. So in my opinion, like how Benjamin said, Kyle Shanahan knows Kirk Cousins, and in my opinion, we could beat the Vikings. And especially if Trey Lance starts, we can definitely beat the Vikings. So in my opinion, the Vikings are an easy one for us. It might be a high scoring game. It might be like 20-28 or whatever. But I still think we can beat the Vikings.
Real quick, never go into a live stream with half battery on your computer because it's hard. Anyways, so what do you think? Not your average sports kid. I mean, this is one of those.
This is a toss up, dude. I mean, it's mid season, dude. We're feeling it.
We're
We just had the roughest part of our season. And this is just rounding it out, dude. This offense, man, I can't say enough about this offense. Dalvin Cook, underrated as heck.
That's true. I have
played
never
like a beast last
didn't
season.
think
He
about
played
that.
like a beast. Justin Jefferson, what was he? Rookie of the year? No, he wasn't rookie of the year. My stupid. But he was
My stupid.
a great. He was a great receiver last year. 100% the greatest rookie receiver there was last year. And they had I don't know if you know about this, but they got such a good defense. You may not know this, but yes, they got Danielle Hunter. They also got Harrison Smith. He's also really underrated. Dude is a beast. He flies around the field. He can see everywhere. So after just the roughest part of our season and clutching out two wins in a row, I think we lose this one.
Man, so wait, so you have them going, you have them going what? So I have them going, hold on.
8-3. I have them beating the Vikings. I only have them losing to the Packers, the Seahawks, and the Colts.
Dang, I have them going, I think so. And I have them 6-4, 7-4. So I have them winning their second straight game and going, I think it was 7-4.
Yeah, I'm 7.
Yeah, 7-4.
Losing Green Bay, Seattle. Yeah, Vikings and Cardinals. Cardinals week 9.
Okay, guys, so let's try to do this, not rapid fire, but like, I don't know. I guess we can go for longer. November 28th, we play 4:25 Eastern. Sorry, hold on. No, never mind. Never mind. December 5th at Seattle. This is gonna be rough. This is a primetime NBC game. 5:20, 8:20, 8:20, 8:20 Eastern. Obviously, we have Amin saying that it's a win, but I'm gonna say we won last time. Wait, didn't I? Yeah, I had them beating them
You
last
had
time.
to beat last time.
This is a way. Okay, nobody knows. I guess we beat them that one time at the end of the season, but
And that
nobody
was
knows
in
how hard it
Seattle,
is.
and we lost in Leafs.
Now nobody knows. Nobody knows how hard it is to play in December, and things are different. Things are different, dude. I have them losing this game. Sorry, but I think a lot of people would agree with me on this one. But I have them taking the loss and going 7-5. But this game, I feel like would have been a not a good game to lose because now you go 2-3. This was actually a must-win game. 7-5, rough.
I got this one. I mean,
You
they
know.
ain't gonna lose this one. They're not gonna lose the Seahawks twice. And as I said in the beginning, Russell
Well,
Wilson.
I had them winning before, so it's like
I know.
We
Russell
already know
Wilson
they're gonna
is
split with the Seahawks.
different in the beginning. Russell Wilson is different in the beginning of the season than he is in the end of the season.
Yeah.
He is a beast in the beginning of the season. He's still a really good player at the end of the season. He's not MVP though at the end of the season. He gets tired, worn out. Especially that
that's true.
offensive lineman last year. Didn't they? There was like trade rumors, weren't there? In the offseason, weren't there trade rumors about him because he didn't want to be with the offensive lineman, and him and
Yeah.
Pete Carroll maybe getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see. One, I don't see us losing twice in a row, and two, I don't see Russell Wilson being nearly as good.
I don't know. I mean, hold on, guys. Keep talking real quick.
Your turn, I mean.
Yeah. Well, I guess
have
you
a
already
feeling
talked.
Seattle, like not sure if Sports Kid said that Russell Wilson lights it up in the beginning of the season. In the end, like he gets worn out, he gets sacked a lot, he gets tired, and he still plays at a very high level, but it's not MVP caliber at the end of the season. And also, when we played them in 2019, we lost in Levi's, and we beat them in CenturyLink Field. So I feel like we're gonna come out with a dub. I had them losing in the beginning of the season, but I think we're gonna get a dub now.
Yeah. That you make a good statement. So let's move on to week 14, December 12th. This is a Eastern game. We go back out east to play Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow.
Dude, unless they get an
silence.
offensive line help, Joe Burrow, bro, you're gonna get your other ACL torn. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you.
I'm calling it. He's injured by now. We take the dub. He's injured by now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Easy
start
dub.
with. I guess. I'll. Yeah. This is no brainer kind of
Nothing
thing.
to say over here. Okay, now all we know that's gonna be easy W.
So hold on. Let me see. 14. So this is week 14. So 13 games. Don't I have them now going 8-5? So I have them winning. I think this is a no brainer, easy game. But man, this is one of those. It's like it's at Cincinnati. So, but really doesn't matter. Not really. I think Nick Bosa really gets his best. I think this is a surprising best Nick Bosa game of the season if he's healthy.
I have us winning this game in ease. I have Niners going either 10-3 or 11-3. I don't know exactly right now, but
yeah, I guess we can move on. I mean, this is December. Yeah, I just don't see us not winning this game. This is a must-win game. We have to win this game. So next game, I guess we have Kyle's former team, baby, Atlanta, December 19th, CBS 4 Eastern. This is another, like, they were bad last year, But this year, man, Kyle Pitts. Okay, yeah. We know. Kyle Pitts, Kyle Pitts, just different. Like Julio Jones, if he's there, we have Calvin Ridley. They have Calvin Ridley. This is back and forth. I'm gonna let you guys start first, just
Their
because I want to
defense
see
is
what you guys do.
garbage.
Dude, their defense is,
Their
and
defense
I'm saying
is
it.
horrible. They didn't address their defense at all. I get Kyle Pitts, right? But defense is championships. If you can't stop the Niners' run game or stop Debo, and especially if Trey Lance is playing, if you can't stop Trey Lance in the run game, you're screwed. Kyle Pitts is not like a quarterback. Kyle Pitts is, if you lock down Kyle Pitts and you lock down Calvin Ridley, and Julio Jones might be injured because he only played like 8 games last season, and Julio Jones is getting old. So if he's not playing and he's injured, this is an easy dub in general. Their defense is horrible. And Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons, so he knows Matt Ryan's strengths and weaknesses. He knows Julio Jones' strengths and weaknesses. So, and also they lost Alex Mack, and we got Alex Mack, so their offensive line isn't as good as also. So this is an easy dub. I have us going 12-3.
Their defense is just, that offense is like, that offense could be the best offense in football. It may be better than the Chiefs, dude. I mean, if you get a better QB,
Well,
well,
run
no,
game isn't that
their
strong.
their run game is the best. I will say that. But like, I'm a big fan of Todd Gurley. I will say that right now. I'm a really big fan of Todd
Todd
Gurley.
Gurley's a
Yeah, but
beast.
he's kind of been
He's
derailed by
regressing. He is
injuries.
regressing, getting older. I get that, but it's just
He
impossible
used to be
to deny
good.
that. It's
He
just
used to be crazy
impossible to
good.
deny that pass game as bad, dude. Like Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, and Kyle Pitts. Like that's the best receiving core.
Yeah.
That's the best receiving core in the NFL. But their defenses, as Amin said, oh my gosh. Holy crap. That is so bad, dude. That is so bad, dude. I'm going to say it now. They were the worst team in the NFL when it comes to defense. They were horrible. I would pick the Jags defense over their defense. It was so bad.
Yeah, so
Oh, it was so
I
bad.
like your reaction, dude. I would say we win this game, but the defense is gonna have a tough time. I could see this. I mean, we just came off of a win, actually 2 straight wins. But this I could see this as a trap game, but I don't think it will be. I do think we win this game, but in a close one. Honestly, let's agree right now. We all expect him to get some injuries later on. I mean, yeah. So, hey, I was just thinking of something the other day before I forget. You know when I say I mean, doesn't that sound of something? Your name, dude.
I mean,
like, you know.
Anyways, so moving on. So I guess let's quickly run through the records real quick, starting with
I have them 12-3 or 11-3. I don't know exactly.
no, it's 14. They played 14 games, so I got them 10-4.
I have them 12-3.
I think I have them. Let me see. So we had Cincinnati. We had 2 straight wins there. So okay, I'm trying to think. Jacksonville.
So I'll read the schedule out to you. Lions.
No. I'm reading it right now. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. Dang, this would have been our. So, I think I had them 7-5 week 13. Yeah. So 8, 9, and 5. So I have them 9-5. That's not a bad. That's not a bad thing at all. I mean, I like that a lot. I think you have to be realistic here. We drop a game versus the Rams. We drop a game versus the Seahawks. We drop a game versus the Cardinals. I could see us going 9-5. I think that's the right record. And 11-6 isn't bad.
I can see it, but it's just not something that I want because of the Rams and Seahawks.
Can't be biased.
Seahawks usually win like 10 games, and I want to at least get first or second seed. Anything below third seed, I'm not happy with, so I need us winning games.
Yeah. Wait. So by this time, if you're 10-4, you're what is yours again?
I'm 11-3.
11-3. So by this time, I would say Amin has them going first in the division. By this time, you're second. I would say 10-4 would be enough to secure second, and then by this time, mine is tied between third and second, probably.
Titans.
Yeah, it's tight. I think the division's going to be tight the whole year. But let's get to Tennessee. December 23rd, or this last game was at home. This one's at Tennessee. You go back 4 days later to place Derrick Henry. A win? Another one? Come on!
I'm not saying it though, okay? Derrick Henry. You stop Derrick Henry. That's basically
And you got
like
AJ
Biased!
You stop Derrick Henry, and then what do you got? AJ Brown, who mosses people. Bro, AJ Brown has some of the best hands in the NFL, dude. He has made some of the most spectacular catches this year, and nobody can take that away from him. Nobody.
I agree. AJ Brown is a stud, but I still have us winning the game. Like I don't understand why people think we're gonna lose to the Titans. Like they're the Titans. They're just
Killer
like
defense.
if their defense isn't bad, right? But if you ask me, who is the biggest competition in the Niners this season? Out of everybody they're playing, I would say the Seahawks over the Titans because the Seahawks are a team that goes to the last second with the Niners, and the Niners are actually a really, really, really good team. And they showed in 2019 where they're actually a really, really good team. We can beat the Titans. We can. You look at the playoffs. The Ravens stopped Derrick Henry, and they won. The Ravens stopped Derrick Henry, and they won. Ryan Tannehill choked me from an interception. You stop Derrick Henry. They're one-dimensional. You stop Derrick Henry in that offense. I understand Ryan Tannehill didn't do bad this year. I understand they have A.J. Brown. But Derrick Henry's that main point of that offense. They rely on Derrick Henry. And you can deny it as much as you want, but you know that they rely on Derrick Henry. They do.
Yeah.
I was winning.
I do agree, but I have them dropping this game 4 days later. That's hard. That's a hard game, especially when you've just dealt with Julio Jones, all those weapons in Atlanta, especially when you've just dealt with them. Agree. I mean, if you guys want to say it in the chat bar, who's winning this Tennessee game? I have them dropping it. So I just have a feeling they're gonna drop this game. But
feature comment real quick.
What?
I said feature my private comment real quick. I mean, I think it's pretty true.
Girl, I'm not biased. I said that we lost.
Dude.
Okay, guys. Okay.
12-3. Come on, man.
Hey, kick Benjamin out. Don't kick me out. I mean, kick not Travis.
Hey, you guys can't kick me out. I'm the host. Okay. Week 17, Tennessee versus Texans. Sorry. So I have them now 9-6. Last 2 games are going to be really crucial coming down to the last game. Versus Texans January 2nd, 4:05 Eastern. Yeah.
Bro,
this is a blowout win. I mean, without Deshaun Watson, without a few of their guys, they were 4-12 last year. I really maybe see them getting 3 games this year. Kind of like the Jets did last year. They were able to get a few games there at the end of the season. So I rapid fire with this one. I see them getting this one.
Even with Deshaun Watson plays. Deshaun Watson couldn't get them past 4 wins last season. Deshaun Watson's a great quarterback, but he's not like a quarterback that carries the Texans because the Texans are horrible. Defense is garbage. He lost J.J. Watt. They have no weapons besides Brandon Cooks, but even then, he's not like a amazing Hall of Fame player. So, in my opinion, it's a dub. It's not anything else you got to say. It's going to be an easy dub.
Okay, this guy's probably not Kyle Shanahan, but let's just answer his question. He says, like, you didn't. Yes, I think he should. It's a no-brainer. I think
he's Kyle Shanahan.
Unless you see that he's not ready, but
unless he's not ready,
Kyle, listen to me. Start Trey Lance.
He's not.
I hate him,
Kyle. I hate you, Garoppolo. Okay.
You think he's gonna go on a Jimmy haters channel?
Hey, okay, but I mean, you can't say this. You can't say this with bias. That's the thing. You have to say it. Here's the thing with this.
We
I
have
just
orders. No
Jimmy
bias.
Garoppolo. I think if Trey Lance is not ready, you start Jimmy Garoppolo. And I'm actually a big fan of shipping him out, like starting him a few games, maybe getting his hype up and then shipping him out. But I don't think you start him week one just because of just Jimmy Garoppolo might even be beat out. He's kind of losing the locker room. Like there's a lot of things for and against it. Like I don't know if I would like. Yeah, I don't know.
The only situation where
not biased. This is not biased, but I actually think it's a 50-50 chance that he does start week one, Jimmy Garoppolo. But who's to say that like people see him in the preseason? Like maybe that's what the 49ers could do. They could flash him in the preseason, maybe get some stock and trade him before week one.
The only situation where I see Trey Lance not starting week one is if he's not ready. But Trey Lance is a rookie. What's it called? It's a rookie easy schedule. Like it works for a rookie. Detroit, some games, yes, divisional games, but Trey Lance adds another dimension in Niners offense, like you say all the time, Benjamin. And it's like Trey Lance can succeed in Niners offense. Kyle Shanahan gives you a game plan where you can succeed. He's done it before. He's done it with Jimmy Garoppolo. He's beaten Jimmy. Looking back in 2016, when Jimmy Garoppolo came, they won 6 straight against the Jaguars and the Titans, who were really good teams. The Jaguars made the AFC Championship game, and Jimmy Garoppolo beat them because Kyle Shanahan's game plan, even with a bad defense, Kyle Shanahan's game plan was good. So Kyle Shanahan can make Trey Lance work. Unless Trey Lance is not ready, I think we should start Trey Lance. Kyle.
Anyways, so week 18 at LA, January 9th, last game, playoff seeding on the line. I mean, this comes down to this moment. We're 10-6 right now on my what do you guys have him again?
I have them
I'm at 11-5 right now.
15-3, 16-3. Something like that.
15. It would be
There's
it would
only
be
15
it would be 14-3, dude. No, it would be 13-3. It would be 13-3.
Yeah, 13-3.
I have them 13-3.
Oh, what the?
Bro,
Okay.
you were 13-3 in 2019. Why you guys acting like?
Yeah, but the thing is, our team is completely different.
Yeah, well, we have Trey. I have faith.
No, but Trey Lance isn't gonna be the savior. He's gonna be good, but we still have to have a good supporting cast. We don't have as good receivers. We don't have as good corners. In my opinion, I mean, I guess not as good corners, but D line that year. Do you realize that D line was insane?
The only thing that we replaced in our D line was DeForest Buckner, and we still have Kinlaw. And I'm not saying Kinlaw is any caliber of DeForest Buckner, but all we did was take out DeForest Buckner. Our defense. Wow, you did me like that, Benjamin. Okay, I see you.
Okay. So let's get back to the Rams game.
Bro,
You're
faking
it. You're faking it. Hey, let's get back to the Rams game. I have them winning this game. I do have them winning this game, sealing a playoff seed. I do think this is kind of a tiebreaker. I think both the Rams and the 49ers, they were kind of the same record. I think this is a tiebreaker deciding it. I think the 49ers decide it. They get second, I think I would say, 11-6. Third, second, something like that. We make it to the playoffs for a wild card spot, and we get the dub. I think this is very possible. I think we come back and we do what we do best, and we get the win.
In my opinion, with what my record is, I think we take an L because we're probably gonna bench all our starters. In my opinion, because we have in my record, with my record is 13-3.
Wouldn't you want to get first seed though?
We're 13-3.
If you're
second or first seed, if it's like if the Bucks have
you have to play this game.
If the Bucks have 3 losses, yes, then I would like the Stars to play. But 13-3, we have to see in the season, right? Because if it's 13-3 and the Bucks have like 5 losses, then we're fine. We secure first seed. So in my opinion, it all depends on the Bucks or maybe the Packers even if Aaron Rodgers is playing. But if we have 13-3, we have first seed, then I think we bench our starters and we lose the game. But if we don't have first seed and it's a really tight first seed, then I have us Still taking an L to the Rams.
Okay.
But
So
if we're first seed, and by the end of the season, close to the end of the season, then we're gonna bench our starters and we take an L.
So let's go to Not Your Average Sports Kid, and then I have two more topics, just quick, rapid fire topics to talk about.
This has been a long stream, bro.
I wanted it to be shorter, but honestly, it's hard, dude, because
You
with
can't.
3 people, like, you
It's
can't
hard.
have it shorter. So go.
You can't do the whole season schedule.
All right,
like that.
I just gotta say one thing. Debo Samuel's got this on his mind.
Who? Debo Samuel. Who's that?
He doesn't know Debo's got that on his mind.
Okay, we get it. You love Debo.
Bro, this guy loves Debo. I swear. Not that
Hey, you've been talking about.
Who's to say that he's not going to be injured by then?
Yeah,
He
bro.
ain't gonna be
Debo, like,
injured.
he always is injured. You're such a
Bro,
hype Debo guy, but he's
you-
always injured.
You notice how Debo, if he's injured, he makes sure he's back for those Rams games. He's been back every time.
Okay,
His
make your
returning
prediction.
week has been with the Rams game.
Make your prediction,
Make your
dude.
prediction, man. Make
They're
your prediction.
winning. They're winning. Debo
Okay.
doesn't.
Yeah,
lose.
I do agree with that. Yeah.
I
Debo
agree with
doesn't
their winning.
lose.
I agree.
But
with
I think we go 3-3 because I think we split it with each divisional rival. I just don't see us like winning all, like going 4-2. Like, I don't see that. So so the next topic, just real quickly. So I had them 11-6. You had them, Amin,
I had them 14-3.
and then you
13-3.
had them
14-3, or if we have first seed, then 13-4.
12-5.
okay, 12-5. So I had them a little bit more lower, but that's taking in trap games, number 1, number 2, injuries, and number 3, just Trey Lance's mistakes. I think he will have
My predictions were based on if everybody's healthy and what they're. I'm just saying that. Like, I want people to come at me and be like, "Wait, you predicted this? You predicted 13-4?" And I'm like, just because if everybody's healthy, that's my prediction. If everybody's
hardest game this season. We'll start with you, 49er follower.
Depends. I'll say this right now. Depends. If the Packers have Aaron Rodgers, I think that is the hardest game of the season. But if they don't, man, I gotta think it's gotta be this week 18. It's gotta be this week 18 game because I think we're in a position this year where we're gonna be fighting for a playoff spot and we're gonna be fighting for our seed. And both teams of us are gonna us two teams are gonna be fighting for that spot. So we're gonna give it our absolute all. Everybody's gonna come back. Everybody's gonna be there, being like, "All right, we have to win this game if we want to get to this seed, or who knows, maybe we get a bye week or something if we do really well."
Mm-hmm. I mean,
the hardest game of the season is the Seahawks. The hardest game of the season
every single
year is the Seahawks. Like, the Titans might be a better team. The Colts might be a better team. The Packers might be a better team. But when the Niners play the Seahawks, it always comes down to the fourth quarter, last possession. But you always know it's going to come down to the fourth quarter. It happens every year. Where the Niners always come down to the fourth quarter, last second or last minute. It happens. It happens against the Seahawks. The Seahawks put up a better fight against the Niners than the Rams and the Cardinals do. Then, even though the Seahawks might not be the better team than the Titans or the Packers, they still put up the hardest fight against the Niners that I've seen. So this is the hardest game of the season. We have seen it before, and we're gonna see it again this year. That's the hardest game. And I know people might be like, why not the Titans or the Colts? But they put up the hardest challenge against the Niners, in my opinion. So that's why they're the hardest game of the season.
Like I said before, the hardest game isn't just the best team. It's the trap games later on in the season. They can get a lot more tough. I mean, again, yeah, later on in the season, trap games, all of those things. It's not always the hardest team. It's always the condition of the team of the 49ers. And that's why I'm like, it might be the Seahawks, but I'm going to pick a game that is later on. Wait, so were you guys, what specific like game? Is it like the Seahawks later on, earlier on?
LA Rams
Just the Seahawks in general. Every game against the Seahawks is tight. It happened in 2019. Even last year, we came 23 or 26, and then the week before, the week before, I think we got like killed by the Seahawks because Jimmy Garoppolo's injured and George Kittle was out. But still, with CJ Beathard in the last game of the season, 23-26 was really tight. And the year before, we lost in overtime, but making a huge comeback. But we lost by field goal, like 1 minute or 2 minutes left, and then the season 1 yard line. So it's always tight against the Seahawks. So any game against the Seahawks, in my
I
opinion.
think my hardest game will probably be it's between Tennessee and Seattle week 13. I think I'm gonna have to go. I know I said Seattle wrong.
Join the
like
train.
Dorker is like
I think it's gonna be though Seattle at Seattle December 5th. December is, but okay, I'm picking a specific date, so I don't know. I think it's gonna be Seattle. I don't know why I keep slurring that today. I don't know. Ooh, okay, but let's move on. Our easiest game this season. Just rapid fire.
If you don't agree with me, it's either between two teams,
week 17.
Cincinnati and Jacksonville. But in my opinion, Cincinnati's going to be easier because Joe Burrow has no offensive line. So we're going to kill Cincinnati. Cincinnati, easy W. Jacksonville, easy W. Both of those games, if I had to choose one, it's got to be Cincinnati.
We forgot about one team, the Texans, who, in my mind, no doubt have Deshaun Watson. Week 17.
The Texans, yeah, that is a good point. But I still got the Cincinnati Bengals because that's a team that we killed.
I think easiest game this season, I'm going to have to agree with. There's not a lot of them because there's a lot of hard stretches. But I'm going to have to agree with you. I'm going to have to say it's going to have to be Texans.
Oh.
Dude, that team is so bad.
That
Dude, at least Cincinnati has good receivers. Like,
let's go. Yeah, they got good receivers and they got Joe Burrow. Now, Joe.
Guys in the chat, see if we're right. Amin versus me and 49er follower.
Bro,
Yeah,
you can argue that the Texans are a harder team, but the easiest game, who I think we're going to score the most points against, and we're going to beat very, very easily, is the Bengals. We'll see when the regular season comes, okay? We'll see if record predictions are correct.
Trap game. Well, and oh, wait, real quickly, before Trey Lance, dude, like, I think they're going to play him a lot that game, and they're going to really try some new stuff out. I think he's going to shred him that game. But again, teams are going to try loading the box against the 49ers a lot, so we'll see. It'll be going back and forth. The trap game this season, like the biggest like game where you're like, dang, they're coming off of a few wins. Maybe this team could catch them by surprise.
Vikings.
I gotta go. I have to agree with the Niner follower
because they beat Jacksonville, and then that's true. I'm gonna go different. This isn't gonna be I don't want to be unanimous. I'm gonna go Atlanta.
The only problem with Atlanta is just the defense. Like the Vikings.
Yes, but I don't care. Go ahead.
Defense wins championships, as everybody says it. You can score as many points as you want, but if you just think about it like this, right? Like if the Falcons go up against the Chiefs can drop 50 on them, and even if the Falcons score points, if you can't stop the Chiefs are gonna beat you. Same thing's gonna happen with the Niners. If you can't stop the Niners, and you could score points, but if you can't stop them, then there's no point.
Exactly, dude. The Vikings are like the most overlooked team in football, dude.
Dalvin Cook is a beast.
He's a beast and is one of the most underlooked or overlooked persons. And then you got Adam Thielen, also they're a team of underdogs. They've been going into games, their whole playoff games. You got to think about it. They've been going into playoff games being underdogs their whole life. The past couple years, Minnesota Miracle, nobody expected them to win. Stephon Diggs, that was an outstanding play, by the way. I loved that play. And then
I did too.
You like that? That game, everybody was like, "Oh, Saints got that in the Saints." By the way, I gotta say something about.
Yeah, but that's playoffs.
Them in the playoffs, man. Yikes!
Wait, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Them in the playoffs, man. I do not like them, dude. Vikings have upset them 2 years in the past couple years. Vikings, they are one of the most overlooked teams, and they have a good football team. That's why I had them losing.
Yeah, I mean, I understand because like the Falcons, dude, they can outscore you. Like sometimes in the playoffs, I definitely agree with what you're saying, Amin. But sometimes they'll outscore. Like it'll be hard. So
Yeah.
that's all for now, guys. This was a long live stream. I mean, I'm
Long and
long.
debatable stream.
Especially for me.
Bro, me and
Oh,
Benjamin had
bro, I am sorry, dude.
You're good. I don't got
I
to.
was trying to keep it short because of your time zone, dude. But we'll see you guys again soon, and I hope you like this. I'll probably be coming back on Saturday, just me to discuss a few things around the NFL, and then sometime it might actually be Saturday, not your average sports kid, and I think we might be doing a NBA playoff preview breakdown. That I don't know that game. That I don't cover a lot of NBA, but we have to do a playoff picture breakdown. So
Go check
we'll
it
see you
out.
guys again soon, and peace.